Welcome back to this special episode of DBL. We just heard from someone who found a lot of success on weight loss medication, but not everyone has a good experience, okay? Joining us to talk all about this is big brother, star, and wife to our very own Jeff Schroeder, Jordan Lloyd. Woo! Jordan, we love you. We know I follow you, and I'm a dear friend of yours. I've been following your vacation in Cabo. So here's the thing, and you look glowing, you look gorgeous. But we do need to hear your own experience, especially because we've only heard just recently these thriving and amazing reviews. So you've tried the weight loss medications twice.
Yes.
Talk to us about some of the physical side effects and even some of the symptoms that you experienced.
Okay, so the audience knows I have tried semaglutide and tirzepatide. I made sure I say it right.
And that's Wegovy and Mounjaro or Zepbound and Ozempic.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
And some of the physical side effects, headache. My mouth always felt like I was sucking on a penny, like a metal taste.
Ooh, I don't like a metal taste.
Burning tongue at 4 weeks with both medicines.
Burning
at 4
tongue?
weeks. That's what I was asking Dr. Coley. Is that, that's so weird to me that my tongue would burn. My taste was always off. Did I say headaches?
Did you get nauseous at all?
Yes, I was nauseous when I upped my dose. And I feel like when I upped my dose, that is when I started really experiencing all the side effects.
What about mental symptoms?
Anxiety, anxious, paranoid. I would be at Lawson's lacrosse game or dropping Leighton off at school. And I was like, I don't even know how I'm going to be able to walk in school. I'm so anxious.
Yeah.
And I was like, what am I doing to myself? I would be at the games watching Lawson. I'm like, I can't talk to any of the parents. I had to step away to the side. I don't know why I was feeling that way.
And that's not like Jordan.
Yeah.
We know Jordan. That's not like her.
So let's break it down. It's interesting you said about the taste, because this is a phenomenon called Ozempic tongue, where about 4 out of 1,000 people get a change in their taste buds, and some have decreased sensitivity to sweet. But for some people, my patients have told me, they eat a piece of dark chocolate, it tastes like bitter, or it tastes metallic.
Yes.
And so what we think is happening, one of two possible things: the hormones are changing and changing our taste receptors, or it's in our brain and it's changing our sensitivity to sweet. So that's not an unusual one that I've heard from you.
What about menstrual? My menstrual cycle was all over the place.
So Jordan, you told me you lost about 20 pounds in
did.
those 6 weeks. So when we lose weight that rapidly, it can cause menstrual irregularities. And in fact, there's even a phenomenon called Ozempic babies, where women can get more fertile on Ozempic when they start to lose weight.
No, I have an IUD.
Jeff and Jordan. Okay, so Dr. Coley.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
Speaking of that, you don't want to have sex when you're on. That's too much information.
No, it isn't. That's important. It kills your libido.
Well,
We
and
don't
it is
wanna
really
have
important
sex.
because we've talked about this before, how it turns down the reward signal in our brain. So it turns on reward from food. It turns down reward from life. So a lot of people actually withdraw from friends and social situations like you were suggesting, and it turns down reward from sex as
That's
well.
why Jeff's been so angry. Okay,
He's
Doctor.
just angry all the time.
Dr. Coley, if Jordan was your patient, how would you have treated her differently?
So a few things, Jordan. First, what I thought was really interesting that you said is when you went to the higher doses is when the side effects got much worse. So I don't push people to higher doses until they're extremely happy at a certain dose. So if I might have de-escalated you or given you what I call a holiday, take a break from Ozempic or Wegovy or Zepbound, Mounjaro, and then start you at a very low dose, even lower than the potential starting dose. So changing the dosing schedule, that's one way to get around it. Giving a holiday is another way. And one other thing is that you said you got your medication from the same woman who does your facials, right?
Yes, her friend.
Yes. So this is a perfect example of how there's this market out there we don't know.
I didn't know.
This is not something that's advertised because people are making a lot of money selling what's called compounded semaglutide or tirzepatide. These are not the real deal. They're dirty drugs. They have other side effects, and you're injecting them into you, so it even bypasses the liver where it kind of cleans up the drug for you.
I'm gonna have anxiety right now.
I know. And I'm glad, though, that we're talking about this, because I know that a lot of our viewers, because they've written in that they're either going to start taking these weight loss drugs or they are right now. So what other precautions would you tell them, Dr. Coley? Please, this is your chance.
So I would say if you've had thyroid cancer, if you have family history, you can't take this particular medications. If you have issues with something called pancreatitis, pancreatic inflammation, even gallstones, you want to talk to your doctor about whether or not it makes sense to take it. And if you already have problems with nausea, vomiting, constipation, diarrhea, you need to talk to them.
DBL Nation, be sure to check out Jordan and Jeff's podcast. It's so good. Together Mess, wherever you listen to podcasts. Thank you again, Jordan.
Thank
we
you for
appreciate you so much. We'll be right back.